Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chicago Bears taking on the New York Giants.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Number 28, the ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 78 yards.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
At the 43-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Number 28.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket. Yeah,
there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Here's a 2nd and 7. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Giants' 2-yard line.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
It on the option. He was brought down by Blake.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Javon Wims, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look at them elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The numbers for Freeman a week ago: 20 carries, 53 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Throwing Jones. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
first down. Jones. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
It's a gain of a yard.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
Allen Robinson, incomplete. Coverage defensively by...
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Daniel Jones sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Ball carrier. He was brought down by Buster Screen. 4 yards on the pickup. Second
now Jones. Off play action.
32-yard line.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
38-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. To throw now on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Caught out left side by Robinson.
The pass.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. at the 24-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Giants 3.
Five yards remain on second down. Now the second down throw on target. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. Fourth down, James Bradbury. He was right there to break it up.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Giants 3.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through. And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over first and 10.
The New York set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
It's a gain of 7.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
New York.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Jones throwing on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Giants.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Bilal Nichols able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. after that sack. 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Back to throw. Jones brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Bears 10, Giants 6.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there.
Number 28, the ball carrier.
Blake Martinez, 2nd in the league in tackles last year, gets another there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And he fires one incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Anthony Miller.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. I tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this con. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, 79 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this one's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
2nd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jones pass.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
To go.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
And the Giants 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Jones' pass intended for
an incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
To throw again. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a 1st down. Jones hit and the ball's out.
The pass. Fumbled on the play.
2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Jones' pass.
They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play. Here's Jones. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, and he slings one that's incomplete.
The pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
At the play-action fake, they'll look to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career, and he didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
The ball carrier.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
6.
At the 46-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
At the 31-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete.
The pass.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's now second and 10.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Ballantyne to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. His throw caught at about the 5.
Jones pass.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Graham Gano.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first?
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Tate. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide, they want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Gain of 23 yards. First down, Giants.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
26, Bears 17.
So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up in Lambeau, an NFC North battle between Detroit and Green Bay. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. 35-0 is the final score. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And that one all even as they play the visiting Carolina Panthers. In our game, we were treated to a strong first half from the former Blue Devil, Daniel Jones. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And able to get this out to the 25.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on top here as they've got the football 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Freeman, the ball carrier. Danny Trevathan on the tackle.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 3. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
The pass. Intended
line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At the 12-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Pinheiro now to have the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
24.
To the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle made by Robert Quinn. A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5 now. Jones over the middle, complete to Tate.
Jones.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets them on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And that makes it a 9-point game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10. Right at nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Leonard Williams.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
And caught up to him. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Freeman again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A 4-yard pickup on the
operating from the gun. Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Jones.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Jones on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Throwing Jones, and this is going to be caught. It's good, and that extends their lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a pickup of 3.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Shoves him aside. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
At the 35-yard line.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Jones pass. Complete to Golden Tate. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, New York.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
He was brought down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, Jones. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Intended for Allen Robinson.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud, 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
The pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Complete to Allen Robinson.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will close the gap down to 14.
Giants 41, Bears 27.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The New York set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
And Tate's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. Caught right side, Tate. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
That's complete to Slayton. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This is Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He's brought down.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 15-yard line. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll look to run with Freeman. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. This to make it a 3-score game late. Gano's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Giants 44, Bears 27.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Check safety.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. It's been all, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants.
Complete to number 87.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Intended for Anthony Miller.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. Great way to convert on 3rd down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears. Jimmy Graham, 28 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the Giants ready to come out now. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they will take a knee here. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta